Hi, welcome. This is Sam Eric again from the Social Hotelier show, and I'm still in Helsinki, and I want to, as my final show of the summer, is to present to you one of the most interesting projects I have seen for a very, very long time, and that's the Ultima restaurants. So for you who are now on live, so thank you very much for joining. Just say hello when you come online. We'd love to see who is here. And particularly if you like this content, just give me a thumbs up. So let me introduce to you Anssi Riihimäki here.
Hello.
He is the executive chef here, and he's in charge of running the day-to-day over here. And we had earlier a little bit of a chat about the restaurant, but I thought that we want to share with you and let Anssi tell the story about the Ultima. So Anssi, what is the idea with the Ultima? Because Ultima means very ultimately the something. Tell us about that.
Yeah, in few words, I would say it's sustainable hedonism in kind of a way that to produce things that are sustainable for our environment, that we can continue of enjoying the food as it is. In simply, in few words, it's that.
Okay. Now, this idea, how long has this been sort of simmering in the back of your mind and your team's mind to eventually develop such thing? What goes through your mind when you try to put something to this together?
Yeah, I think the idea of this kind of concept has been in our minds for maybe 5, almost even 10 years, and it just makes us feel better to do food and to craft different kind of vegetables when we know that it's made in a sustainable way, and all the things in the process are really, how would I say, sustainable and also same time ethical in the aspect.
Yeah. And so, I mean, okay, that's what it's coming from your end. How about the customer? Has the educated customer become more educated that they are actually expecting this, or is it still people are looking at the price and a lot of bulk food around? But this is handcrafted on the highest level. So the demand from the customer, is it something that you see as your feedback that this is what they are expecting, and that gives you the motivation to strive to the next level?
Yeah, I think customers already know a lot of a product, and also from this concept that we are doing, and we are doing it to the next level because we are having this circular economical aspect of growing plants and then to use them, and we are growing them inside our restaurant, which is not so usual. And I would say that customers really want good food, and we are not offering anything that we don't think it's good, but we also think it in another aspect than how would I say? I would say orthodox.
Okay. Yeah.
Ideology.
Yeah. What do you mean with circular economy? What does it mean?
It means that we can use everything that we have kind of bought in. Like we have this baby lamb, we use the whole rack and then carve it on the table, and then when the bones come back to the kitchen, we roast the bones and then use for our stocks. So
you're basically you're reducing the waste. It's everything that you are bringing in, you use it one way or another.
And also like cauliflower, the roots of cauliflower, we are pickling them and then using on later purposes.
Oh, so, I like that.
Yeah. So those are quite basic things, but anyways, most of the what we have thought to not be so good when it's produced, like the roots of cauliflower, you start to learning new techniques also to make it better and eatable. So that's also very interesting.
Absolutely. I mean, this is what brings you to the next level. In fact, in your skills and your techniques and so on. Yeah. And now, specifically now, about this Ultima restaurant, the menu concept, because we have, after all, 4 seasons.
Yeah.
What does the menu concept look like? What is your menu cycles, and what do you do in terms of developing your, and how often do you change menus?
Yeah, so we go the product on forward, so it means that if some maybe strawberries are coming on season, so we change it to the dessert, so we have fresh, nice Finnish strawberries, and there's not so much logistics when we use it when it's ready near of Helsinki, or at least we use the mostly Finnish products. Almost at least 90% of our products are Finnish, and then that brings the seasonal thinking, which is very basic. I mean, in idea of keeping restaurant, but we are taking it. We are truly believing it that we can do it. So I would say when the winter comes, maybe we reduce the menu. Maybe it's shorter than at summertime when we have lots of products to use, and in the winter time we might shorten it up because we have mostly just root vegetables, our own herbs, and then in some point of the year we of course have game and fish, and but it's changing all the time.
And now with this strange weather we have this year, I think your strawberries are coming a little bit earlier.
Yeah, actually, they are coming 2 weeks earlier than usually. And it's really, really nice to have these products already, but also a little bit afraid of the mushrooms because it's so dry that let's see, because they are also really, really fantastic in Finland to have mushrooms and chanterelles.
I mean, those are the challenges that because your commitment is very strong to using majority, I mean not majority, but all finished products, and then it's about seasonality. Give some idea about what's right now. What's on the plate right now?
We have Finnish quail, so I think that's really an amazing product. It's produced only for us, and it's made in very sustainable ways, and really happy to offer it because such hasn't been seen so much in Finland. Then lots of vegetables coming around. We are having Finnish pak soy, which is really interesting.
Finnish pak soy?
Yeah, that's really good. It's coming from Lindroot Garden near Maaria, so I love that a lot. We are having that as well in the menu. And actually next week we are having changes in the menu.
Okay.
So having new vegetables, and this is really the time that I feel lightened or slightly on fire even to have these great products that we have from nature and from the producers.
I was very surprised to hear about Finnish pak soy because it's living in Asia. That's something which I love, and I end up buying it coming from quite far away. And but I really have to try that, and particularly it's on your menu, so then it's even more interesting.
Yes.
Yeah. Super. How long have you been a chef? What is your just moving about you?
Yeah, it's I graduated in 2004 from Jyväskylä, 300 kilometers north from here, and in Helsinki I have been about 10 years. So quite a long journey to come here, and mostly working only here in Finland, mostly.
That's good. Now you have experienced some changes in generation, because personally when I was still here, chefs it was not the profession that people really got into, but now things have shifted dramatically, and now we have world-class restaurants. But looking ahead, I mean, where you can provide as sort of a senior in the profession some sort of mentorship, and with your colleagues Tommi and Henkka, how do you see that, how you can support the future chefs in their stride to become the professional that they should be? What are your approach to that?
I think
internship here, for instance?
Yeah, we are having few internships in our restaurants, and I would say that the classic cooking knowledge of that we had here, like Finjevel, to have Finnish food, and then most of the things are also based in the French cuisine. So those are the things that helps you to understand, and then on the top of that, when you have this seasonal thinking and also ethical and sustainable ideas, you can, I think, do something really new in the future.
Yeah.
I think mostly to awake young chefs to think on themselves is the ultimately most important thing.
That's very, very good. And since I've been back, I've been very proud to see what's been happening in restaurants, because it was one of the things when I still worked here. I was not, unfortunately, I was wondering what's going to happen. But I think by chefs speaking excellent English like yourself, going outside to learn a little bit more, and maybe have an opportunity to work and so on, come back with a lot of ideas, and then be just brave and no fear. Just giving it a shot, and no fear of success is comes when you with failures. But then you just get up and keep on going. So I'm very happy about seeing what's going on, and that's why I was very excited to see what you guys are up to. And but what puzzled me a little bit is that Finjevel was a 2-year project.
Yeah.
Okay, Finjevel was a restaurant which became extremely popular here in Helsinki, and it was a talked about restaurant. And but they decided to close it down after 2 years. What was the idea of having a limited fixed term? Because some people say, well, if things are going so well, why should I close it? What was sort of the underlying idea? Do you have any idea on that?
The one thing is that we are a very young nation in terms of food culture and cultural basis of different kind of dishes. So in the end, to make a new version of the classics, maybe would in some point wouldn't have so much fire in the ideas anymore. So basically this is another approach. So here we are doing the futuristic way of Finnish food and try to kind of make new classics, not thinking so much about the old ones. Also we are thinking about them as well, and it's nice to have a new version of things, but this gives us more space to imagine.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, internationally, people still do not know enough about the Finnish cuisine, and particularly the modern, because Denmark becomes usually people see, Scandinavia, Nordic, they just think Denmark. But obviously, and there were some very nice restaurants that were very successful. But by this, then also it opened the eyes on a lot of international people that the Nordic has something to offer. So for people who don't perhaps know everything about the Scandinavia or Nordic cuisine, what would be some differences between let's say the Danish and the Finnish food? I mean, is there, are the ingredients same, or is the cooking style different or approach different?
Yeah, I think the ingredients change a bit. If you think about the classical things, we had lots of less ingredients than the Danish had, and the seafood what they had there is there is lots of more scale in products that they have used. In terms of futuristic foods, I think we are going in our own way, but it's mostly because of just the same things, the products that we have here. So, and I think we have more of a European view of the cuisine than kind of new Nordic way of cuisine. But we use Finnish ingredients. Okay,
so you have more of a European approach to this than the
Yes,
Nordic.
Because the Nordic, I think, is slightly more minimalistic than in our restaurant style is. So
that's very interesting. Yeah. Okay, I learned something new. I'm really interested about that. Very good. Now, you mentioned seafood. How do you see the issues here for yourself in getting quality fish? Is there enough fishermen who would come with a boat here and bring you their catch from the night time?
Yeah, it's of course the fish will come whatever comes. We cannot decide it what fish the fisherman is going to have in their nets. And I don't know, it's hard to say about the seafood.
Yeah.
The future is going, I think we should use more lake fish. Yeah.
That's right.
That's very nice that we have so much lakes, and I think now the population of the seafood, I mean lake food, is growing all the time bigger, but the seafood is a little bit more problematic here.
Well, you have to build on those strengths that we have, the lake,
Yeah.
because we have the fish is beautiful from the lakes,
Yes.
and there's some sort of a little bit of a seasonality on that too, and fish that maybe we were not eat before, but they are actually acceptable these days, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, that's interesting. Now, Anssi, you're cooking all day here.
Yeah.
What do you eat when you're on your free time?
On my free time,
Yeah.
I actually I love Japanese food.
Okay.
I think that's really great.
Yes.
I'm unfortunately we don't have so many Japanese restaurants like a yakitori place or such in Finland. But anyways, that's the thing I love. Of course, pizza. We have actually the boom of pizzerias in Helsinki area at the moment, and that's really something I'm happy with. Also, you can choose and have also different kind of style.
Yeah,
Napoli
interesting.
And
I mean, Japanese and the Asian cuisine. Japanese are perfected in their presentation a lot, and also their sense of quality and so on. But you have to try Korean next time if you go to Asia. Highly recommend it, because Korean has a very distinct culture also, and they are using raw materials to pickle them. They're called kimchi.
Yeah, I know.
You know kimchi?
Yeah, I love kimchi.
You love kimchi?
We have actually in our menu made from Finnish turnips.
Oh, you do?
Kind of fermented turnip with kimchi spices.
Yeah. I go every year to Korea, and I learned that there's about 200 different recipes of kimchi, which I didn't know before. But so it's not only cabbage, but there's for every season there's a kimchi.
Yeah.
So that's you have kimchi. That's a very good tip. So anyone who loves kimchi, you better come over here. It's the season now here. And that's interesting. Well, I think this is really nice of you to take the time. I know you are in a prep time for the evening service. So, Anssi, thank you very much for taking the time. And I also like to thank all the viewers and also your replay viewers, because we have we have Tuva, who is in Turkey, and we have some viewers. Matis in Helsinki. We also have viewers from Dubai at the moment. So everybody else who I don't see now. So thank you very much for joining. And on behalf of Anssi, Ultima, and myself, I wish you the very nice rest of the summer.
Yeah, thank you and welcome.